Hey guys, it's Sin from ScapeTalks, and today I'm going to show you the final battle, the final two stages with Lori Neal Drakan from the Lord of Vampyrium. And if y'all had listened to our podcast for a while now, me and PC were talking about how I'm going to get my quest cape. And we finally did the group quest for Lord of Vampyrium. I have yet to render and process and upload to YouTube. But I wanted to get this out first just to show you guys what you guys would be dealing with if you hadn't done yet. And I'm sure there's much better guides doing this. You don't have a choice. As you can see, I'm dying a lot. I've been trying different weapons. The last two stages I barely went well with two-handed the pole arm. And as you can see, I'm doing a little bit of damage, and I'm running away from Drakan using the bow, but it's not going so well. I mean, obviously, look, I got almost 4 things of food left, and I have bad luck. So I had really crap runs. I wanted to add this in just so you guys show what I was testing to see where it would go with. And that crossbow is amazing. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't do with it. I have 90 range, and I know there's far people with lower range that is able to do it. And, of course, I'm not using the EOC system, so that's not helping me. I mean, I'm using EOC, but I'm not using the full client that it has to offer where I can press with keys with my fingers. I don't like that. I'm used to this, and it's very easy for me to operate with. I had issues with clicking on the anticipation and freedom, so that really took a lot of damage out of me. Straightforward, you really want to stay away from that ghost form that he just used. If you get hit by that, you're going to take a massive amount of damage. Another thing is when he puts down his blood spores, you could say, I don't really know how to say them. Do not step on them. Run away as quickly as possible. If you want, you can step away a little bit, get out of the blast area, because he's going to take damage from that blast area as much as you are, but he's not going to take it as much. And feel free to use Soul Split, and then I use Leech Defense because, I wanted my prayer to last longer. If I dealt away with some of his defense, I could deal damage and strengthen my own barely, which is what kept me alive, in my opinion. As you can see, those blood spores, they deal damage to him, but they deal more damage to you because I guess you're not a vampire. Definitely keep running away. I'm not going to win either of these fights. I'll win the next 2 stages with the different setup because I learned from doing the Birthright of the Doors. Rain, what are you doing? It's the border. It's our ScapeTalks Border Collie mascot under the bed now, apparently, it would seem. She's a handful, but she's an adorable Border Collie. But back to the topic at hand. When I did Birthright of the Doors, I learned that the best way to do it, because I was doing it with the Sardome and God Sword so I can heal. And in this one, you can see I'm dual wielding. And this one I do really well, and that's what I learned about that. You want to attack really quickly, good damage, quick succession, run away. And as you can see, he's taking a lot of damage. I'm barely eating. I mean, I'm going to eat a lot of that food, but I have a better chance, because my melee stats are up. I got 90 attack, 96 strength, and 90 defense, which is much higher. And then Crayfish Carl, our colleague on the ScapeTalks podcast, he did this with much weaker stats and still did fine. I don't know how well his experience was, but in this stage, you definitely want to be dual wielding. So if you can do dual stakes, you can do the wand and the orb with magic if you don't want to do melee or ranged. I think melee is the best way to go. I mean, this is Melee-scape now, 2016, it would seem. But yeah, you don't want to get hit by those things. It is terrible. Another thing that he does is that he can, like as you've seen before, he can make you come to him like Scorpion, and he heals, and that does damage, but it does more damage when he does that massive assault on you. So keep healing, run away, don't get near him. And if you have to, switch to the bow, attack from a ranged distance when he's low, so if you run out of food, and just keep running away. As you can see, I finally killed him on this 4th stage. The 5th stage is coming up. I think there's 2 stages, 4th and 5th. I don't remember, per se. I know you have to kill him at least 3 or 4 times, maybe 5. The last form is easy, in my opinion. All you have to do is just keep running with a ranged weapon or magic, and you'll be fine. He has 20k health, but he does massive amounts of damage, and he puts down less blood spores, but he does it very quickly. In a way, that's actually easy. In another way, it's hard, because he puts them really close, as you can see. And I've taken a lot of damage because I accidentally ran into him, because the controls are still funky, as you can see. This one, I really enjoyed the fight because it was very easy for me to do, evading and shooting. Granted, I come close to death multiple times, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. And then, I decided just to, at the end, I'll just heal up a little bit, pull out my sickles, go back to my melee set, and then go in and do the final blow that way, because I thought that was so cool. Because why not? Why not? So that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll be sending in the quest list. It took us about 2.5 hours. Not the quest list, but the quest video. And enjoy. And maybe you'll learn from this when you do your Lord of Vampyrium quest, because I certainly needed this. It's hinted in the quest multiple times. So, yeah. Learn from this. Get better. Don't do the same mistakes I did. Don't use a two-handed weapon. That goes for staff or crossbow, ultimately, unless you're really good at evading and running away. And know your weaknesses and get stronger with your weaknesses. Other than that, guys, keep on scaping, because we definitely love y'all, and